Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, B Funk, out here in the lab where I do what I do for you. Rockin' Malcolm and Muhammad doing what I do. Let's get this party started. I got something nice for you today. Let's go. Right on. Rightisms, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune into receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. They did it for me. Right thinkers way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? So I asked the question, do you know you? It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And always, to my yacht, be true. This is a question I was going to ask, but I'm just generate this into my belief system followers. Muslim, Christian, or Jews, don't make a difference, whatever you follow. How you serve God? Let's talk about it. I call myself a God servant. Why? Because I do God-like things. When? Daily. I give a selfless service. I do what I'm supposed to do. Morning prayer, go to meditation, get my insight, boy. And I'm always communing with my higher self, God. I call it being God conscious. Some people call it being awake. Some people call it nirvana, whatever it is, Christ-like, Christhood, whatever, anointed. But when you become that, what do you do with that? Okay? I call myself a God servant because I do those things. Why? Daily. When? For others to learn so I can show them. You have to do what? The right thing. Do godly acts. Offer up a selfless service to help others. That's giving of yourself without looking for nothing in return. Because if you do that wholeheartedly and in earnest, you will get something in return. So the people who seem to do that, I wonder why he being so nice. I wonder why he doing it. They know why they doing it. Okay, trust me. I told you I serve a what? Right now God. What you mean by right now God? No. If you're doing things you're supposed to do, you serving him, if that's what you're doing. Muslim, Christians, don't make a difference. But if you're doing those things, and when you're in need, that's when the blessings come. Not just fall out the sky. No, not haphazardly, willy-nilly. No, when you're in need, that's when the blessings should come. And that's what the right now God does, giving you what you need when? Right now. Not on his turn. Well, God works. Sometimes you got, no. You praying and hoping for something. And if you ain't putting the work in, it ain't going to happen for you anyway. Okay? But the whole point is to win what? You serving God, serving right now God by doing what? Serving him in earnest, worship and devotion to him by serving your life over and doing what's right. I'm not a preacher by no stretch, okay? But it's not in his time. God works on your time, on your terms, providing you do the work you need to do, and he'll be at your disposal. He'll work for you. You don't understand that concept, I'm sure. But I know that if you do what's right, no matter what, in God's sight, not in man's sight, not what you want to do. If somebody do something to you and you had the opportunity to do it back to them, my philosophy, oh, I'm going to do you. The godly thing is to do what's right. I'm learning that from a God-fearing man. Trust me, that's what you do. When you serving God, you can't serve him when you want to. You can't, no. You got to turn your life over. And this brother been there on that all his life since I known him. I'm just got on board, so I know without a doubt I'm in the right company. Why? I'm with the right people. I know that for a fact. Watch this. When you can turn the other cheek in life, so to speak, that's godly. Still don't like it, but I cringe. I think about it. I done got soft in my, as I'm getting older. But that's God's way. That's what you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it. And guess what? You'll be better for it. And every time I've done it, I've gotten better for it. So I can't argue that point. And what I'm saying is you need to learn the laws of what God or nature. There's 7 of them, hermetic laws, principles. I guarantee you I've been doing that. But understand this. We know that what? God is mental. Understand that conscious is mental. And as a teacher, okay, teach the beginning, a.k.a. I start from the creation story. Everybody do in the beginning, okay? It's a must to understand the creation as it was presented or should present it to you so you can understand it. Not a whole bunch of, God's doing work. He did just, that. Moving on, I ain't got time for that. But if you're going to serve God, understand, know him, and then put the work in you do to serve him. Not to how many people, I praise the Lord. Oh, yeah, all that hoop and holler about God. Not for me. Okay? You can't serve God without, you ready? Gaining knowledge of God or having experience of him for yourself. Because your pastor tell you how good God is and all the blessings, all that. Yeah, every Sunday I'm watching all these clowns, these mega preachers tell you how good God is, but they ain't never want to tell you how to get your own goodness. Reverend Ike showed you how to do it. They call him the prosperity preacher. Why? He taught you how to get up off your rusty dusty and go get it for yourself. Okay? All that waiting for God. Oh God, that didn't get nothing done. Become conscious and do what you need to do. That's what works, and that's what God blesses. Watch this. I tell you, my philosophy is laws of God. Balance. The first thing he wanted when he came out of chaos or the noon, balance, order. That's what Mayat represents. And this is why you see me giving her props on a day-to-day basis. That's who I respect as my goddess. Understand that. Y'all got Amun, I'm at every prayer. Yeah. I talk to him. But my God in male form is that. Okay, remember, she's a principle that you can live by and you can get what you need in life. My philosophy is laws of God that you can master for yourself and obtain what? Self-knowledge of God, the true self. There you go. With self, again, knowledge, knowing your spiritual being, having a human experience, that's more than what the average person do. They think they're human. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. Oh no, okay. I'm not debating with you. I'm giving you a concept, a philosophy that if you don't understand it, you need to slow down your roll and listen, try to pay attention. I'm trying to help you out with this thing, okay? Mental, heart, spirit, mind, consciousness. This is what you need to connect with this. That's what they call the marriage, okay? That's the perfect marriage. I call it heart-mind coherence, okay? Your heart and mind become one. That's when God is. Why? That's when you realize you and him are one. Everything is from the God. George told us that years ago. I've been rocking with it ever since. But again, in life, learn, aka enlighten yourself with what? Knowledge of yourself. Who? God. Your higher self, your true self. That's the name of the game. Knowing thyself, meaning you know God for yourself. How about that? What? Again, I'm not here to debate with you. God is mental. The spiritual part he give me, that's the gift of life. Calm down. That's the gimme. He also gave you this to recognize his gift that he gave you. All the other talents that come with that, you figure that out on your own. But when you come conscious of who you are, everything else is on to you, whatever you want, how you want it. But to give him all that, not know thyself, again, is ass backwards. Get God first. God is mental, spiritual, to know and feel. Again, you have to know God. Don't believe in him. How did I get to know God? Through right thinking and right living. And they're both mental and spiritual things that you can produce and manifest for yourself. So nobody can tell you about God. If you earn God's blessings and you receive them, and you know you can do that on a day-to-day basis, whose decision is that? Yours. I took advantage of that over 10 years ago, and it still worked like a charm to this day. Moving on. So I'm trying to explain to you, it ain't what I'm preaching about. I don't do that. I teach you what you can do for yourself, and you find out for yourself, okay? It ain't what I say. God's laws, all of them are mental for you to become conscious, gain what they call what? God consciousness. That means all-knowing. If you are all, and you know you, are you all-knowing? Moving on. Again, play on the words, symbology, and the symbolism behind it. You have to get the esoteric, the real meaning behind certain words and phrases to understand them. Your pastors read the Bible for you to do just that. That's what they do. That means what? Before physics, God laws are all mental, meaning becoming conscious, full conscious, knowing all. And that's what? Mental before physical. The fall of man, what? We're spiritual beings, came down to human form. What we got to do? Raise back up, go back into spirit. From spirit to matter, from matter back to spirit. That's how you live a righteous and virtuous lifestyle while in human form. Hope you get an understanding. This is just teachings. I know that we are what? I know what I know, from what? My own experience. I got books of the wazoo. Don't mean jack. I study them, learn them, but I manifest them so I know for myself. The best teacher in life. You ready? Experience. Do you want to know God? You have to experience him. I just told you to know him, you got to be him, become him. Study, learn, and live, and emulate. And guess what? That's how it's done. But to just believe, is just mental. That's the prison of ignorance. Belief and ignorance both go together. Why? You don't know. It's not knowing, but believing is the same thing. I believe in God. Why? Good. That's what he told me to do. See? You jump out the bed. Why are you jumping? Everybody else jumping. Not good enough reason for me. To believe in something unproven, to me, is insanity. For all those who do that, I don't have a problem because it ain't me. If that's you, I still think you are crazy. Simple as that. I don't care what you think and feel. I'm just telling you a fact. If you believe in something that you can't prove, haven't been proven, but been proven not to be what they say, but you're going to believe it anyway, that's not too smart. Moving on, that's my point. Dreams are God's way of communicating to who? To those who are ignorant of him while they are awake. He can't get your attention. If you're not meditating, you're not talking to God. Or I pray every day. That ain't what I asked, or that's not what I said. Meditating is listening for God or to God. Unless you're not conscious of that, you don't have a clue about that. So you can believe in God all you want. And every now and then, like I said, a blind squirrel get a nut. You might do a good deed, so you got to get the rewards for that. That's what happens a lot of times. They think, oh yeah, I'm good. God blessing me. If you're not being blessed daily, you ain't doing something right. Simple as that. Moving on. That's a fact. That's not debatable. Sorry. I told you God speaks to the unenlightened where? Through the dreams. But again, I told you God will speak to those who are enlightened when? While they're awake. And how often? Daily. Couldn't wait to get that one there. When God speaks to you, well, to the unenlightened you, It's always in a dream. I was dreaming. Yeah. Tell me what this means. I dreamed a bunch of dogs chasing me. See what that means. Run faster. But to have somebody else break down your personal dream, no, that's God's message to you. You need to decipher it for yourself. That's why he's doing it. Why? Obviously, he can't get your attention when you're awake. So I got to get in your dream and try to help you along the way. That means he's been here too long. He's trying to help you out. Look, dude, I've been doing this thing a while. It don't seem like you getting any closer. I got to help you out. That's the concept of the spirit, okay? And when God got to get your attention through your dream state, because you're unenlightened and you're a believer in your dreams, all you do is get the message, but because you are ignorant, you ain't understanding the message. So, again, who you at? Okay. When God speaks to you, okay, right now, I don't get messages. I don't get God messages when I'm asleep in my dream. Yeah, but none of them ain't no God messages. No. Why? I talk to God while I'm awake. That's why. Doing my daily meditation, I'm having a conversation with God. And even during my time of when I'm in the lab here, I'm conversing with God. I remember 5 years now I'm doing this, but 7 years ago, telling somebody you talk to God, they were going to check your psychic a little bit. Now it's fashionable. I talk to God every day. How about that? Nah. Moving on. I love that. But what's this? Where we at? Okay. Me being God's servant, we communicate while I'm woke. We being God's servant, we communicate regularly. We, to this day, we are told daily. Why? I listen when he speaks, daily. That's what meditation is for you to get downloaded information from your higher self, aka God, to just walk around praying and think, well, I pray. Okay, how often do you talk to God? Oh, you talk every time you pray. But how often do God, I forgot, only when you sleep. Nothing comes to a sleep but a dream. If God can only talk to you in your dream, you'll still sleep when you woke, obviously. Get the concept? Or if you might not be getting the concept, but I'm just putting it out there. Have somebody interpret it for you. Okay, what does brother mean? Yeah, help him out. Don't talk to God in your sleep. Why? Talk and serve him while you're awake. That way he can bless you whenever you need it. You don't need to be blessed when you sleep. I'm blessed to wake up. No, you ain't. No. Stop with that. That's petty. That is just too petty. God gave you life. You do what you will. And you waking up ain't part of the deal. Where we at? Don't get this. Okay, okay, here you go. I meditate daily. And I remember my dreams from time to time, but that's just because I got recall and I'm a lucid dreamer. So yeah, I'm comfortable understanding. I'm not trying to put together some dream. Well, God talked to me. He said I should be doing this. Past that nonsense. Okay, moving on. That's knowledge of self. You become over there, your little glimpses of that God, they give you a little glimpse every now and then, okay? So until you can make it happen for yourself, you ain't got it. And by meditating daily, I have an ongoing conversation with God. Yeah, I'm listening. I ain't talking. I don't pray out loud. So I can communicate with God all the live long day. How about that? Okay, I can always listen. My ears are always open to God. So my day-to-day conversation with God of my what? My understanding. My God. I ain't saying yours. No. The God of my understanding, the God that I serve and get blessed by. I don't know who yours is. Don't concern myself with that. That's between you and him. Mine's between me and mine. So I got a buddy, that's his favorite phrase. God of my understanding. I love that, okay? Not God of my belief. God of my understanding. That's a full understanding of who you are. Love that, my man. If you can't talk to God when you're awake, you're not a God servant. God can't use you. Why? If he can only communicate with you in dream, he can't use you while you sleep. I need somebody that's awake to do what I need to do. Done, excuse me. And what's this? Just because you claim a religion, don't make you a God servant. Just religious. Or what they call a believer. Okay? I don't care about believers. I need knowers. Gnostics. Knowing through what? Experience. Believers just believe because somebody says so. We are, in the West, we are the, what? Honest. We are not, in the West of civilization, we are not what? Honest with ourselves, our higher self. We lie to ourselves like we do to our mothers and wives sometimes and girlfriends. But yeah, you should not. Again, you should not lie to yourself. Sorry, I gotta give you a gas face on that one. I can't express. Lying to yourself is the worst thing you could do. Understand that. What? That's God. That makes you the devil. Come on now. Last one. I appreciate you tuning in. And watch this. They're not honest with their higher self. They got what? Too many issues with them, their own self. So they can't even be honest. I tell you, I'm not a preacher. Ain't trying to be, don't want to be, would never consider myself one. But what I do and say can be preachy. I get that, I understand that. But I'm a teacher of what? Ways to get you to understand you can find God for yourself because he's within yourself. So to know thyself is just that. I'm just trying to help you along the way. We give you the information that you can manifest for yourself to find out for yourself and know thyself. That's the lesson again. It's all about how you serve God, and it's going to be determined when? At Judgment Day. Nobody else made that decision, so understand that. And in closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100 and me 100 minus a day. So I never know that my righteous God servants have passed away. I'll be back. You know how I do.